A very good afternoon to all. My name is Jasveer Singh, and on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Punjabi University Patiala extends warm welcome to Professor Arvind, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Punjabi University Patiala, Professor B.S. Sandhu, Dean Academic Affairs, Professor G.S. Batra, Dean Research, Professor Raman Mani, Head Computer Science and Engineering Department, Senior Medical Officer, Pai Kanhaiya Health Center, Dr. Regina Mani. Our distinguished speaker, ex-professor and head, Guru Gobind Singh Medical College and Hospital, Faridkot, Punjab, Dr. Arvind Sharma. The CSC Punjabi University ACM Student Chapter, in association with Pai Kanhaiya Health Center, Punjabi University Patiala, is organizing an expert talk on stress management. In current scenario of life, we all are facing challenges of COVID-19 pandemic and badly affected in every walk of life. It also affected our mental well-being. To protect every citizen from mental disorders and the associated consequences, so there is an urgent need to provide public mental health intervention before the COVID-19 cause our life. The provisions of mental health interventions have become limited due to quarantine and lockdown measures. It has been studied that 20% of global disease burden is attributed to mental disorder. These mental disorders are major concerns in adulthood, which includes health, education, employment, social interaction, violence, crime, etc. The delivery of public mental health interventions becomes even more important at individual level, community level, and at national level. And the need is to increase the extent of coverage. So, to effectively implement the public mental health intervention in education institution, which gives rise to the need to conduct capacity building session for all stakeholders in education sector. So in today's scenario of mental health problem, the right way is to consult a doctor. So consulting a psychiatrist is important to ensure good health of your disturbed mental condition. So if you are experiencing any kind of discomfort, then must consult a good psychiatrist as soon as possible. That's why it is rightly said, no health without mental health. So to address many such problems and how to get rid of it, we organize the expert talk and hope will be fruitful for class participants. So now I hand over the platform to Grisha, a chairperson of CSC Punjabi University ACM Student Chapter, for further proceedings of the event. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Arvind, our HOD, Dr. Raman Mani, our SMO, Dr. Regina, our guest of honor, Dr. Arvind Sharma, and all our respected teachers and students. I am Gaurisha, chairperson of PUP ACM Student Chapter. I want to thank you all for giving your precious time. First of all, I would like to introduce you all to the ACM community and the PUP ACM Student Chapter. ACM, that is the Association of Computing Machinery, is a US-based international learned society for computing. It was founded in 1947 and is the world's largest educational computing society. It is a non-profit professional membership and has more than 1 lakh student and professional members and offers a great amount of benefits to the members. ACM provides learning center with resources for lifelong learning, including online courses and targeted towards essential IT skills and popular certifications. Moreover, it provides online books and videos. It also provides full-year online subscription to communications of the ACM, a full-year electronic subscription to monthly MemberNet newsletter. CSC Department of Punjabi University established its PUP ACM student chapter on November 14, 2019. There are more than 20 members in PUP ACM student chapter, including our faculty sponsors, Dr. Jasveer, Dr. Brahmleen, and Dr. Sumandeep. We are Under this chapter, conduct various co-curricular and technical activities which are very fruitful for the students. Last year, we have conducted an online workshop on Perfection to GitHub, orientation sessions for the junior students, coding competitions, and today, under the guidance of our HOD, Dr. Raman Mani, and our faculty sponsors, we have organized a stress management webinar by Dr. Arvind Sharma. As we all know, stress is the result of being trapped and overwhelmed by the problems in our lives. Whether it is related to family, related to job, related to placements. So we need to manage and cope up with the stress. And so we are here with a great stress management session. Now I would like our HOD Dr. Raman Mani to share his views on the same. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Gorisha.
Thank you, sir. Sir, unmute.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Arvind, distinguished speaker Dr. Arvind Sharma, respected Dean Academic Affairs Dr. B.S. Sandhu, respected Dean Research Dr. G.S. Batra, Senior Medical Officer of Pai Kanhaiya Health Center, Punjab University Patiala, Dr. Regina, faculty members, staff and students. I, on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, welcome you all at the expert talk on very important subject, that is stress management during COVID pandemic. Now, how the idea of this lecture generated, the students of ACM student chapter came to me, sir, we people are facing large number of problems during online learning, and the students are feeling lot of difficulties, especially the rural students, and they are facing lot of stress because of various non-interaction and other things in the during COVID pandemic. So the ACM student chapter coordinators, Dr. Jasveer Singh, Dr. Bramlin Kaur, and Dr. Suman, along with the student members, planned the expert talk in collaboration with the Pai Kanhaiya Health Center. Now, as we know that during the COVID pandemic has made last 2 years very challenging for the educational institutes and limited every type of activity. But the faculty members of the department has been constantly working for betterment of the students and the society. Now I will in short just highlight the few activities of the department even during this COVID pandemic. Under the restriction of lockdown, department has successfully organized different workshops and expert lectures in association with the Institute of Reputes like IITs. The special lecture series have been initiated by the department for the BTech students and the research scholars respectively. And an international conference series has been initiated by the department during the COVID pandemic under the name of ICAML, International Conference on Applications of Machine Learning, a very important topic in which professors from the leading universities across the world have associated. The response for the admission during the COVID pandemic was very tremendous, and we set the record for the admissions in this pandemic time also. So department is thriving constantly and achieving new heights with a strong dedication of its faculty, staff, and the students. Now, not taking much of your time, I hope that today's lecture on stress management during COVID pandemic will solve most of the queries which are in the minds of the students and the faculty members. Now I hand over the session to Dr. Regina SMO, Pai Kanhaiya Center to carry forward these proceedings. Thank you so much.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Arvind, respected guest of the day, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Dean Academics, Dr. B.S. Sandhu, Dean Research, Dr. G.S. Batra, Head of the Department, Dr. Raman Mani, faculty members, and dear students. Very good afternoon to you all. We all know world is passing through a very tough phase of COVID pandemic. Nationwide lockdowns were imposed. The country transferred its in-person education system to virtual learning, closing public places of aggregation, invoking travel bans and curfews, suspending all religious and social functions, media exposure to stressful events, traumatic experiences led to very high levels of anxiety, depression, disordered eating, and many other problems in general population, especially students. Academic overload, separation from the workplace, fears of contagion, fear about own health, fear about the health of loved ones, decreased social interactions due to physical distancing, increasing concerns on academic performance, uncertainty of the future, sadness, tearfulness, loss of interest in usual activities, feeling of helplessness, restlessness, apprehension about going to public places led to difficulty in concentrating, disturbed sleep patterns, and the overall health of an individual. Fear about physical and social distancing during isolation and quarantine phase affected human psyche. In our country, the accessibility of technology and utilization of digital resources, especially in mainstream education, is still unexplored. Secondly, learning through computer, laptop, or smartphones is unaffordable for some students belonging to low income group. This disparity led to stress in students who could not attend the online classes, falling behind their peers, leading to anxiety and depression. On the other hand, overuse of digital devices is also linked with many behavioral and psychological problems. But rightly said, every problem contains within itself the seeds of its own solution, and this is the reality of life. To discuss about these problems and solutions, we have with us Dr. Arvind Sharma, MD Psychiatry, ex-professor CMC Ludhiana, ex-professor and head Government Medical College Faridkot, ex-registrar Baba Farid University Faridkot. Before inviting the guest of the day, I would like to invite the very brilliant, hardworking, extraordinary, humble, friendly, charismatic scientist and administrator who is in fact an unbroken series of successful gestures. As a boss, you are motivational. As a person, you are truly inspirational, sir. I feel greatly honored to request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Arvind, to shower his blessings and thoughts with us. Professor Arvind, Vice Chancellor, Punjabi University, Patiala.
At the outset, I would like to welcome everyone for this event. I am very happy that students of the chapter have organized this program and taken this initiative in collaboration with department and also in collaboration with the health center. It's extremely important to worry about mental health. Many times the mental health, I mean, people say that anxiety can cause, lowering of oxygen. So even the hypoxia that you are talking about might be coming from anxiety. We have an expert, and I don't want to talk about this at all because once you have an expert, you should not be the expert and the audience. I have been watching Dr. Sharma's face from the beginning. The first speaker was talking about immediately go to the psychiatrist. He was laughing because I think he's going to say something quite different from that. Okay, so I could sense that. So therefore, I think we have a speaker who's also been very carefully listening to what all we have been saying. And let me not come between him and you. I'm myself looking forward to his talk because it's an extremely important topic. And I'm grateful that a person of his expertise has agreed to speak. So, well, once again, I welcome you all and I thank the organizers and specifically our guest. And we are all waiting to listen to him. I would like that the whole proceedings are recorded and may be available on YouTube, specifically his lecture, because I may want to refer some other people to his lecture because it's extremely important, particularly in the pandemic situation. So with these words, I once again say I'm very happy that this event is being organized at Punjabi University, Patiala. Thank you.
kills us. It is our reaction to it which kills us. To discuss about the stress management in COVID days, I invite Dr. Arvind Sharma to share his thoughts. Dr. Arvind Sharma.
Thank you very much, ma'am. First of all, very good afternoon to everybody. I would like to thank and welcome our worthy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Arvind. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time, and your presence in this particular meet itself has really boosted the confidence of so many, including me also. I welcome and thanks Dr. B.S. Sandhu, sir, who is Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Dr. G.S. Batra, who is Dean Research, Punjab University, convener for this particular talk, Dr. Raman Maniji, who is head of the Department of CSE, Dr. Regina Mani, who is co-convener for this particular task, and she is SMO, and coordinator for this particular task is Dr. Jasveer Singh. Very dear faculty members, students, and please forgive me if I have forgot to mention few important names, because I know the list will be long, but I am really grateful to all of you for giving me an opportunity to interact with you people at this particular platform. So now, without wasting any time, I would like to start with the proceedings for the day. So I hope it is visible to everyone now. So we have chosen a topic of stress management. It was discussed with Dr. Mani also that it should be a stress management during the period of Corona pandemic, how to handle the situation. So, but in my point of view, as I was hearing, and Professor Arvind sir has also said the same thing, that we are talking about the stress during the Corona period itself. The question comes to our mind is that, is it the stress that has generated due to Corona only? No, it might not be possible for most of us, but definitely it has something roots that has been there for so many long that it has culminated into a bigger stress at this particular period of time. So rather than simply concentrating on the COVID itself right from the beginning, let us try to see that what stress actually it is and how it has culminated into such a big problem that everybody is facing so much of mental anguish at this point of time. Reason are so many, as Madam Regina has said, that it is the lockdowns, no social interactions, isolation, quarantine, uncertainty about the situation. So we will discuss about those things in the subsequent slides. So first of all, to all of you, please understand that this is not a teaching class. I am not giving any lecture. I am here to interact with you people. So this is not a teaching class. This is a learning platform, and we all are learner for 2 days, including me, right? So feel free to ask any question at the end of the session if there are any, and I hope there will be a lot of questions. So what is the aim for today's interaction? As I said, it is not only that I am being stressed or somebody is being stressed during the period of Corona only. So but we need to introspect. We need to see inside our mind that is it the situation itself, or it is something else that has been happening with me for years together that has culminated into acute stress, or it has reached to the zenith or peak at this particular period of time. So we will try to introspect. What we need to introspect is that we will try to understand our coping behavior, how we are handling a particular situation over a period of time. So maybe whether it is faulty, whether it is adaptive, so what outcome it has brought in this particular stressful period of Corona, that we will try to see. So we will try to look things from the different perspective. What I am seeing at this point of time, I am stressed. I am not able to see my friends. I am not able to attend classes. I have financial issues. I cannot go out. I cannot have a drink with my friends. So I am trying to see the things from my perspective only. So which is bothering me a lot. What if I try to see the perspective of the person sitting right in front of me? What is he going through? Is my condition better than him or worse than him? Or maybe why not have a neutral perspective of the things? It might not be me, it might not be the second person in concern. Let it be a third person and neutral, just like a CCTV who is watching everybody and recording the movement or behavior of everybody. And in the end, we can see that how different people are reacting in this particular environment, whether that is healthy or not, This should be the aim of the lecture. Then commitment for betterment. If we try to find out something wrong in our coping behavior, something in wrong, the point of view that we share in a particular situation, then we will commit ourselves for the betterment. And a lot of scope is there for all of us. So we will try to go for that betterment in our future. Perseveration. So whatever we have learned, it should not stop here only. So the things will make you perfect only when they are repeated time and again. And we know the principles. The behavior science tells us very clearly that the things which are repeated time and again, that are going to have a long lasting action. So the perseveration for the things that we keep on doing time and again is very much important for this particular session. Now let us have a look at these slides. I think you all are familiar with all these faces and the scenes. This is very popular movie Dangal. This is the movie Three Idiots. This is the movie Tare Zameen Pe, and this is some other movie. I don't remember the name actually. So what we see at a glance at these pictures, these kids, they seems to be under pressure of the parents' expectation. This guy on the right screen upper side, he is trying to boo his seniors. He is there to butter his boss so that he can get some benefit out of it. This boy here is again suffering from parents' expectation and comparison that is being drawn by the parents with his elder brother, sorry. And this is a newly married couple and seems to be a strained relationship at this point of time. Boy seems to be unhappy with the situation. He has his own reasons. I think this you people will recognize as a new stress that has come in recent time. Although I won't say that this is a new thing, this has been happening for quite a lot, but this is now that people have started reporting it in a very bold manner. This is a new stress at workplace, which is known as sexual harassment. Now, just try to look at this beautiful picture. I think by now you all are familiar with this particular picture. This beautiful looking virus has created the pandemic, which we call as the COVID-19 pandemic or the corona pandemic. So till now, we are trying to see the stress from different angles. That parents' expectation, comparison drawn to the elder or younger brother, marital conflicts, expectation to do well in the college, but which means we are adopting that we are trying to butter something. And the other side of it, these are familiar faces which are actually the stress reliever or the stress buster. Very famous movie, I think everybody knows about it. So just try to have a look at the expression of these faces. What they are showing, they are looking very eased out, very relieved. The famous show, Kapil Sharma show, whenever we feel stressed, we run to see these shows. These are the familiar faces, very commonly known in the Bollywood, who actually makes us laugh. And this Jadoo Ki Jaffri, that was very popular at one particular point of time, especially in the medical profession, but elsewhere also. So after seeing so many things, so what actually is stress? We keep on telling stress, I am stressed, he is stressed, stressful situation, lot of pressure on me. What is stress? Stress is just a reaction. Stress is nothing. Winter comes, summer comes. We find difficulty in getting acclimatized to the situation. Coming winter is a stress. People say, here, I don't want summer. I want winter. I am happy with it. Summer is a stress for me. So weather is a stress for them. Similarly, lot of things are happening. Somebody has to go for a market. The simple thing, going to market to buy something again, is a stress for them. They don't want to do it. The problem is that somebody doesn't want to do anything. They take it as a stress. If you tell me you go and buy an ice cream, I will say thank you very much. You go and buy a burger or chicken, I am very happy. You go with your friends and have a drink, I am very happy. I will just run for it. But if my mother says, okay, please, when you come back, get 1 kg potato also, and I will say, okay, no, I am not doing it. So that particular thing, although I am going to market, this is a stress for me, right? So this can be an individual response. This can be response of the group. Like we all students, faculty are interacting at this platform. We have a relationship of student and teacher. the guru and chela relationship we share. We are a group of people. Teacher is a group, student is a group, doctor is a group. We all are going through a different sort of stress in this particular period. Routine also we are going through. So the reaction can be from a group. Like farmer is a group nowadays. They are sitting at the borders and they are protesting for almost more than 6 months now. They have their own agenda. They are feeling stressed because of certain policies. So it is a reaction of that. Similarly, community. Coronavirus pandemic is there. Community, nations, international level, they are suffering from a very severe reaction. As Ma'am Regina has said that people are dying. Every day we share a news that somebody died in the family. Lot of dead bodies they have been found around the Ganga River. So lot of news are coming. So community is responding. So stress is not at individual level. It can be at the group level. It can be at the community level. Now, when stress is happening, as we were discussing, that it affects our body also. It affects our mind. We get tremors. We get jittery. We get panic attacks. We get choking sensations. But same time, as Professor Irving also said, in mental stress happens, our mind responds. I get negative thoughts, suicidal tendencies, people are committing suicide. Sleep issues are there, emotional reactions are coming, which are totally uncontrolled or maybe unwarranted. They're coming. You try to stop, but still your mind and body, they are responding. To real event, accident happened, corona is there, I can see it. People are dying. I can see my reaction. You must have seen certain videos where doctors who are giving interview to the media, they have started crying, narrating their tale that they feel so helpless when they just cannot save a particular person because of lack of oxygen. People are dying in front of their eyes, and so many casualties they have never ever seen in their life in a particular, right? But to people like us who are laymen, right, who are not witnessing it, but you are hearing it. So in your mind, from the images that you see in the media, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, newspapers, you imagine a situation in your mind and you take it from 10% to 100%. The level of imagination becomes so high that even I start getting panicking. So if it is happening to other people, next turn is mine. So definitely I cannot be scared, I'm going to die. So people are coming to us with the fear of getting corona. Panic attacks, they are just getting just because of hearing a bad news. So it can be a change, it can be a threat, or it can be an event. Event can be marriage, as we have seen in the first slide, that a marriage night scene, first night scene, is an event. Like a stressful situation. Threat, we all are facing threat from the corona. So it can be a change of the season, as we have discussed, change of the partner. We have a broken relationship, things are changing. Stress. So what we see that stress is coming from individual to community to group of people, mind, body, everywhere, inside, outside. There are a lot of situations. So what does it mean? Can it avoid it? That is the question that comes to my mind. If stress is everywhere, everybody is responding, then how to avoid stress? That becomes a question. So a lot of things are happening. You can see what happens, the different features. The stress comes to your mind, your body, and you present it to the doctor. It can be depression in children, it can be ADHD, it can be behavioral issue, adults, there can be certain issues, depression, palpitation, headache, migraine. List is never end. List is never end. So if we try to classify the stress, what are the type of stress? Most of the time we talk about the negative stress. Till now we have talked about only the negative aspect of this particular stress, right? So from all the things. But what is eustress? Eustress is also known as the positive stress. Positive stress means if you anticipate something and you plan accordingly, then the level of motivation they becomes very high to complete a particular task. And doing that, what happens that the outcome of my for which I am making an effort, that situation that becomes positive. Like you prepare for this particular lecture, some of you might be interested, some of you might be forced for it. For some, it might be a stress. For some, it might be a learning experience as we were taught. So in this particular session itself, certain people must have put their phone on mute, but they're not listening, but definitely they are in the numbers, they are being counted. So they are taking this lecture as a stress. So it is understandable. If they are not liking it, it is not of their interest. Lot of lectures they have been attending. It is understandable. So this level of stress can be considered a positive. The level of motivation, as I said, is very high. Results are goal directed, and the outcome is usually positive. But we have not been talking about eustress till now. What we have talking is the distress, the unease that I am feeling when I am in a situation which I am not able to handle. I am not able to conquer a situation. Then what happens that I get distress. So it is perceived negative. Level of motivation is too low or too high. So if I just give up, see to a particular task that is being given to me, or situation in hand, I cannot handle it. I will just say no, I cannot do it. So my level of motivation. But at the same time, if this is related to my promotion, my marks in the class, or in the exam, then I will try to make an effort. The motivation level will be high. But because of the negativity that is being generated, I will not able to concentrate on the things. I will it apparently will look that I am making an effort. I am trying to study, but I am not able to grasp that. I am studying for 6, 7 hours. Okay, that's still the same. I have not learned anything from that. So outcome is such. So what we from now onwards, what we will see that we will try to see whether we can make the situation from this stress to stress, or how can we perceive the things. So general stress, it happens with everybody. It comes, it goes, or you adjust to it. It doesn't require anything. Usually, you don't need to consult anybody. You need not to share it with anybody. Within few days, the things will be acclimatized and there will be no problem. So, for example, we are going to college. Right? There is a system initially that how to locate the classes, how the teacher will be there, what was the mess, how I am going to reach to the college. These are the general steps. Within 4 or 5 days, we will settle down with the things will be over, and then we will be in a routine. We need not even think over how to go to the college, how to attend the class, how to prepare. So everything will be sorted out. But the chronic stress. But if the things are not being sorted out at the initial stages, and I keep on worrying about it, then the stress will keep on coming. Initially, it will take a toll on my body. Gradually, it will take a toll on my mind. So the my mental anguish, my physical anguish, that will keep on increasing, and my body and mind they will react in a particular situation, in a particular manner, over a period of time, and this might warrant you to consult someone. So acute traumatic stress, another variety of stress. Something happens, somebody dies in the family, some event is coming, usually bad event. Then it precipitates the stress. Immediately seeing a dead body in the family, or some bad news, somebody failed, somebody has a big financial loss, then considerable psychological stress that happens. I feel like sitting with that person. I try to correlate with that person. I try to empathize with that person. I try to sympathize with the person or the people. But is a considerable psychological distress. It is a normal reaction to an abnormal event. So remember one thing. What I am saying is that it is a normal reaction to an abnormal event. Somebody dies, it is an abnormal event. But you cannot do anything about it. But what you can do, you can sympathize with the grave. You can console them, give them physical progress, give them emotional progress. Actually, after some time, I would say sometimes you say, this is a very important. So remember that it is also okay not to be okay sometimes. Right? So never think that nothing has happened to me till now. Why this is happening now? Because everybody is going to face it for a first time, not only for the first time. So you should be prepared for that. Then post-traumatic stress disorder. So something where a significant impact has happened to you physically or psychologically, you have been party to it, personally or you have witnessed it, it again causes a lot of stress. Like a blast you have witnessed, a major accident you have witnessed, a major failure in your exam you have witnessed, a significant stress of financial loss you have witnessed. So what happens after that? Even the situation is some things are settling down. After some time, what happens that the memories of that event keeps on haunting. So I will get palpitation, restlessness, anxiety, so sleep disturbance, sometimes up to the level of impulsiveness and anger that gets present. So this is known as post-traumatic stress disorder. Happens to you or you witness. Now this stress will be taken. So till now we have seen difference. So here we can clearly see this is normal general stress, this is chronic, this is acute, and this is post-traumatic. But in what category you are going to put the stress of COVID? It has taken up all of us by surprise. The common people, the people who are in medical profession, the parents, the students, the universities, the administrators, couldn't have been taken by surprise. So it came to us unexpected. We had a lot of tourists from China, somebody was responsible, expert, they were not responsible, somebody was duties. So a lot of people happened. So it came unexpected and we were totally unprepared for it. And it has taken us by surprise and the life of all the people there has it has affected all aspects of life. My social aspect, my financial aspect, my personal aspect, my leisure time, my hobbies, everything that has been affected. The no aspect of the life has still we are fighting about it. There's so much in school. It is almost 1.5 years now that Corona is there. And day by day, it is still, we are not sure how it is going to be. Every day, new guidelines are coming. Every day, new death tolls are coming. New cases are coming. So, what is happening? That level of insecurity, that is social lifestyle has are being told that this is only appropriate behavior. You are not there to socialize with anybody. You cannot see your friends, four people cannot sit, two people cannot travel in the car. So there are a lot of restrictions. The meaning of the life has changed. I'm saying, what is happening? I'm going to survive it. I'm not trying to fight out of it. But what is still there? What will I do of such a life? People have tried to end their life. Somebody has been diagnosed to be a corona, somebody has been they are techno-governing world. I think people are saying that they are not, I am not audible. Is it? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Sir, you are not audible.
The things are clear, I think. Can somebody please take it out? Because I am able to. Hello. Isolation and quarantine. They are being introduced. How many of you have been quarantined their life? How many of you have been isolated because of a particular disease? You have not been. Never ever. So this is a new term, new concept for the people. So for these people, they are not prepared. Online platform is more again because parents in the groups of the schools, they are complaining that our students' screen time has been increased. They are requesting to decrease it. Students, they are fighting for uh, certain vacations in between. They are saying let it be 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Administration in the school, they are adamant that we have to finish the syllabus. Students, rather than these online classes, they have resorted to other platform medias. My students, my kids, they are much more familiar with the new technology than me. So this is outcome. So we were not prepared for such a platform till now. Relationship issues we have problem. Otherwise, they were working, now they are staying together. Older people, they have to stay with their uh, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, a lot of other issues they are cropping up. They are not able to handle the things. Earlier, we had a system. Somebody is going, somebody is coming. All have had space. But now, that space has been loss of human being. This is a very significant thing that recently we have seen. You must have heard the news that people they have refused to claim the dead bodies of their family members. As I said that in the Ganga River itself, the bodies have been brought in. They are being buried alongside the river of the Ganges. So what is happening? We have lost the human values just because of a fear, whether it is real or imagined. That I cannot say at this point of time. But if you are taking protection, there are certain frontline workers who are seeing the patient, but they are not dying. There is a percentage that is being getting affected, and they can have personal reasons. So, what for we people are losing our human values? This crisis, this level of crisis, we have not witnessed in the past. Our inner self is being mirrored. So, till now, I was a but what I am doing is protected my I see that my inner self has reflected now that I was pretending to be good. When crisis time came and people wanted my help, I was never there. You must have heard that Sonu Sood has spent so much quotes, 200, 300 quotes, property he has organized to help the people out of it. So people were questioning how much money so people have started questioning that if somebody was pretending to be so good, then he or she is now. So just try to see that what corona has done. As it has not been categorized in anything. I cannot categorize it as a case just now. It's traumatic also. It is becoming post-traumatic. So corona is including all the categories. So this is the stress of the corona. This is the uniqueness of the stress that has come to us. So we have to understand it very clearly. So, delicacy. So what is group level stress? The group level stress is caused by the group dynamics of the learning. So group of people working in an office and institution, they feel different background. This is because of the inconsistent behavior of the seniors. This failing to provide support, showing lack of concern and avoiding everything. Getting the high product, you are being given the targets. You are being given the targets. Sir, I think again some problem is there. Can somebody please check it out? What is that? Everybody is facing it, then we have to switch from one. And if some local people are facing it, may I request Dr. Raman Mani sir to please elaborate. Because of these things, what is happening? That the people working in an office, they are constantly being given targets. They are being demanded of to achieve something. But yes, so we know protocol how to achieve protocol. You are not doing the ancillary stuff wrong. You are given a task, don't, and do everything. Every time new targets, 10% higher, 50% higher, that is being given to the person. So focusing on your negative rather than boosting you to whatever number. The people, they are always asking for harassment, as I said, that it is a huge stress that we need to try to control our emotional and physical violence, passion and rage. They are the other stressors that are being happening. So extra organization stressor, they are the stressor which are caused by the organ, not the organ, but it is there to do that. My education level, my social level, my personal losses, my financial, my work state. Still are organized. So what is happening? That these stressors, all these stressors, they can be part of organism. They can be treated at the national level. See that there can be role of a person, there can be role of an organism, there can be role of a national. You have to work at all the levels so that we can. So the various presumed stressors are cabinet, dating issues, relationship issues, government. I am not working with government. My government is not being given the highest target. The pressure that I am facing, my friend circle, they are forcing me into addiction, substance abuse. How to escape. Time management has become a major issue for all of people. Money has been an issue for a lot of people. Parents, their expectation, what they want us to do, after forcing their own expectation on us, these are kind of situations we are becoming the list is narrow. For every person having to level, the list can be different, the list can be lot of things are being so what makes this factors session of stress, particular situation. There are certain factors that we have to person how I take the situation. See, stress as a challenge, I take it as a directive, I take it as a challenge. So accordingly, I will put my motivation factor. Then my past what I have learned from the past, I have the past, as we all are seeing that the government has not done from the first wave of the corona. That is why we are facing this and we are so learning from your past the presence or absence of safety. I am given a task, I am given a response. Whether I am given the logistics, whether I am given the for all tasks it might not be required, but less of the task I need.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਆਫ ਕਰਕੇ ਔਨ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਲੌਗ ਆਫ ਕਰੋ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਔਨ ਕਰਿਓ
द्वारा तो ज्वाइन करोगे सर
ਹਾਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕਰੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫਿਰ ਵੌਇਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਆ ਰਹੀ
राइट सर Is it audible now, sir?
हाँ जी सर ऑडिबल है.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Hello. So we were discussing the factors which are important for the individual perception of stress. So my personal perception of the situation, that how I perceive the situation, use stress or distress and acting accordingly, that is the most important factor in it. What I have learned from my past experience. People say we have not learned from the first wave of corona, that is why second is there. And people are anticipating now that we have not learned anything from the second, we are not prepared. So we are now expecting a third wave in October also. So learning from the past experience, our mistakes, our experiences, and how to improvise, that is more important thing. The presence or absence of a social support. Whether I am given a task, logistics and the social support that is being given in the form of the staff or some friends or people are there to help me out. So if they are present, I perceive the things in a positive manner. I always move with high confidence. But sometimes if they are not being provided, then right from the beginning, my level of motivation that can be low. So these three are the important factors, and the most important are these two factors: the person's perception and the past experience. So always remember that it is not the stress that kills us; it is our reaction to it. Just imagine a situation that there are four people who got failed in an exam in the same class. One says, let us go and have a drink. Second says, it's okay, it was my fault. I did not prepare. I will appear in the next. Third says, it's okay, my father has a lot of money. How does it matter to me? I have to go back and join my business. The fourth, you come to know that they have committed suicide. So it is the reaction of a person, how you perceive a particular situation. Stress is there for everybody. Everybody is in same domain. We are facing the same stress, but how you react to it, that is the most important thing. So that is why stress doesn't mean a negative thing always. Try to remember, I am emphasizing it time and again, that it is your perception as you stress or distress. That is the key. If you take it as positive, then definitely the outcome is going to be positive. So the overall impact of the stress is that, first of all, physiological. Physiology is what is going to happen to my body when I'm in a stressful situation. I will get tremors. I might get choked. Breathlessness is there. Palpitation happens. Panic attacks are coming. Abdominal discomfort is coming. So why it is coming? Again, same explanation. Whether I perceive it as a positive or challenge, then I will fight. If I will fight the situation, then all these factors, the tremors, the physiological discomfort, that is going to go. Might come, but when I have decided that I'm going to fight it, it will go. But if I opt for a negative distress, avoid the situation, and I try to fly away from the situation, then these things are not going to haunt me at that point of time, but after that also it will keep on haunting me. So I have to decide on the very beginning of it whether I am accepting it as a challenge in a positive way or I am going to take it in a negative way. So behavioral, people smoke, self-hygiene that is reduced, nail biting, children and the adults are they keep on doing, they become more irritable, some start crying, becomes more emotionally sensitive, they become impatient. Why this corona is not going? It is 1.5 years almost. Kids are asking us, Papa, when we can go out? We want to go out. Please take us somewhere. Please give us a ride in the car. If not for anything, just take us outside. So we are becoming impatient about the situation. Eating problem. Sometimes we undereat, sometimes we overeat. Relationship issue, as we have discussed, the things are cropping up in a different way. Cognitive. This is the most important aspect of a stressful situation. So cognition is what I think, how I think, my thinking process. This is my cognition. So when I am in a negative situation, I have lack of concentration. I feel so perplexed and confused that I don't know that which is the right end from where I have to start. Poor academic performance, they comes just because I am not able to concentrate. Memory lapses are happening. My wife will ask me to get 4 things from the market. I will get 2 only. I will forget. So people are saying, sir, we are studying hard. Students are saying, sir, we are taking coaching classes, extra classes. online platform, but still we are not able to understand the things because they are not able to concentrate. Confusion prevails, you start worrying. If things are not going your way, you feel that definitely the coming exams I am going to fail because I am not able to concentrate. I am forgetting the things that I have learned. My outcome definitely is going to be poor. Negative attitude then I develop for myself. Then no, I cannot do it now. It is difficult for me. This is such a huge task that I am not the one who can complete it. Lack of self-esteem. I start telling myself, you are not worth somehow. If you cannot handle such a situation, you are not worth. How will you handle other situations? These, all the things, they are coming in my mind. They are connected to each other. Catastrophic reaction. So then I will blow the things out of proportion. I will throw tantrums. I might go for committing suicide. I might become berserk or fight with somebody, my parents, my near dears. I will go for addiction of various substances. So the reaction to the situation will be totally catastrophic. Overgeneralization. If I cannot handle this task, then I cannot handle the other. I cannot manage my friends. I cannot manage my finances. I cannot go on with my wife, my kids. Then how I am going to survive? So one mistake, one negative confidence in particular field, it is being generated to other also. So this is the overgeneralization. So it is not that I have failed an exam, the things will be finished. But same thing will be reflected negativity in my other domains of life. Then selective abstraction. This is another cognitive, which is very important. We do 5 good things, we do 2 negative things. We will concentrate more on the negativity of it. Similarly, our bosses in the group stressor, we have discussed that our bosses, they tend to concentrate on the more negative of it. They feel that if you are being humiliated, threatened, punished, then they are able to get a better work from us. But they don't understand that the behavior which is being appreciated, which is being incentivized, it has a probability of getting repeated more and more. So if I have completed 5 out of 7, then I should be encouraged. I should tell myself here, if I am able to do 5 at this point of time, I will do the rest also. Maybe it will take some time. The why it is happening, that we will see. So in this stage, this is alarming stage. A stress has come. My body is preparing to fight. I am giving a resistance to that particular challenge. If I can handle the situation throughout, the stressor will finish here itself. But if the things are happening, they are going from bad to worse. Negativity is coming to my mind, catastrophic reaction is coming, I am overgeneralizing. Ultimately, I will be exhausted physically and mentally. So you can take the example of Corona. People have started exhausting at this point of time. Nursing staff, paramedical staff, doctors, laymen, businessmen, they all are exhausted of Corona. Our resistance was there initially, but now at this point of time, it is gone. So we have to see that constantly handling the things in a better way that can increase our resilience to the particular situation. But if we keep on losing our confidence, we are wasting our resources, then we will be exhausted one day. Then how to handle it? Now the question comes, how to manage this much stress if it is happening around? So when we have to manage a stressful situation, first of all, let us see what wrong we people do. Rather than what we should do, let us see what general wrong things people do. We deny. I don't accept. Even after 1.5 years, more than 16 crore cases overall, people are coming and asking, डॉक्टर साहब ये कोरोना है या मोदी साहब का कुछ किया हुआ है? डॉक्टर साहब ये कोरोना है या डॉक्टरों ने वैसे ही बना रखा है? डॉक्टर साहब ये है या ऑपोजिशन करवा रहा है? I mean, people are really dying. The stress, the situation that is evident, it is not the responsibility of a single person. There can be some administrative lapses, there can be individual lapses also. But how can you deny such a situation? So if I see things are not there, how I'm going to improvise? हमारे कहते हैं कि बिल्ली और कबूतर आमने सामने हो जाते हैं और उसके बाद कबूतर बिल्ली को देख के आंखें बंद कर लेता है और उसको लगता है कि शायद बिल्ली गायब हो जाएगी. He denies the existence of cat. But that pigeon doesn't understand that just by denying the existence of a cat, the cat will not go. She is going to eat the pigeon if he is not making an effort. So similarly, we should not deny the situation. If you accept it, only then you can improvise and make certain changes in your behavior or in your life. We become ignorant. We tell the people to wear mask in corner. They will put it on the chin. It will be hanging on their ear. They will keep sari pallu on their face. But they become ignorant. The techniques has been taught on all the platform. Right from the top administration to the local administration, you are being told how to, but we become ignorant. The price of our ignorance that is being paid. If I don't know the things at a beginning, that is okay. I cannot know everything, but in spite of being told, and still you are persisting with the same behavior, this ignorance is going to cost us a lot. Avoidance, as we have seen the flight reaction. If you try to avoid the situation will again be there. It until unless you fight, you resolve it, the situation is going to be there. So what happens? Avoidance and escapism. These are the two most unhealthy defense mechanism or the coping behavior that we people do in a particular situation, and the result is more stress rather than you feel that if I am avoiding it, it will be settled, but it is not happening. It will be double, triple, and it will pile up. Underestimating or overestimating one's potential. Some task is being given to me, I am overconfident, I am boasting myself, and I will try to take the task which is beyond my potential. I will say, give it to me, I will do it. You also give it to me, I will do it. But what happens? Not even a single task is completed. So please try to work according to your own potential only. Don't overburden yourself. Underestimating one's potential. I will share a little story with you. In Ramayana, we all are familiar with Hanumanji, right? So Hanumanji when he was a child, he was very mischief. So he was being cursed by some Guruji that you are bothering so many people. So you are so much proud of your powers. So when the real testing time of you will come, then you will forget your powers. So when they were going to Lanka to get Sita ji, they had to build the Ram Setu. The Setu, Samundra Setu, they had to build. So that was that people were looking at Hanuman. This is a simple task. Hanuman can do it in a go. But he was again looking at the things. Then when he was cursed, he was given a respite also. When somebody will remind you of your special powers, then your powers will come back. So if a person of his stature, he can lose his abilities, his potential, he can forget it for a moment. And being reminded, he was able to execute it. So similarly, we underestimate ourselves, the things that we have done in past, and if there is a little bit of fumble, I feel that I cannot do it, right? So that is not the thing. What I need to understand, I am able to achieve a particular thing in the past, I can do it now. Maybe this thing is a bit too tough, more resilient, but I will fight it out. So you don't underestimate yourself. So this is what we do. We either underestimate or we overestimate our potentials. Resistance to change. Again, we don't want to change. You must have seen the videos that police people are beating the people in the lockdown period just because they were not following the rule. We are reluctant to change. Lockdown is being imposed, people are going out. Again, the wave is spreading because they are getting infected from one or other person, and the things are happening. We don't want to change. If I know that I have failed in an exam just because I did not study, so next time I will not change myself. I will keep on making the same mistakes, no learning from my past. So again, I will fumble. Refusal to follow the situation appropriate behavior. Just simple example, COVID appropriate behavior. Social distancing, mask, not going out in the lockdown, and just follow the physical and mental health. You have to build it. This is what we are supposed to do, but people are not doing it. Refusal to do or accept help. What we do, we people just don't get ready to help other out. We are happy to see somebody in trouble. When this is happening, you are enjoying their negative time, that sometime it will come back to you also. Then in that situation, people might not be ready to help you. So always remember that you should be ready to help the other people out if it is within your domain and within your potential. acclimatization. So you have to give some time to a situation, whether it is corona, whether it is your study, whether it is your relationship, whether it is your parenting, whether it is your online platform, whatever it is. Try to give some time to yourself to acclimatize to the situation so that you can adapt to it, and then the things they will be more easy. So unhealthy ways: we smoke, we drink, we overeat or undereat, we zone out hours in front of TV or computer rather than utilizing this platform as today we have utilized, that so many people have joined on this platform. We are utilizing it in a positive way. People are sitting in front of their computer or phones, and they are just checking the WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, what has been posted by somebody, and they are wasting their time. We start using pills or drugs to relax, sleeping too much, procrastinating, करते हैं यार, आज का काम कल पे टाल दिए, not finishing the task in hand, and it keep on building. Ultimately, it becomes impossible to finish it off. We avoid facing problem. We are taking out our stress on the people who are not even concerned about it. If I have piled my office work, my wife is not responsible. My friends, they are not responsible, right? My children, they are not responsible. I am responsible. So I am being scolded by my boss. I will come home frustrated and I will shout at my wife and my kids. So I am trying to displace my anger, which was originally connected to some other person, but now I am diverting it to some other neutral person who is not even concerned with it. So we should be able to control this particular behavior, that we should talk of something that is concerned to a particular person. That displacement, believe me, is a very bad habit. If you keep on doing it, then you will feel it easy that somebody who is less powerful to you, you will thrash them. If the people are being beaten on the roads by the police official or for some other reason, it means they are displacing their frustration because they are doing duty round the clock. They are being posted at certain nakas on holidays, their family time, personal time, everything is gone. They feel frustrated that why people are not listening. So their individual anger that is being transmitted to the people. So what are the popular approaches then? If we have to handle the situation, how we can handle it? It is action-oriented approach. You have to take the action in a particular situation. If you cannot take an action, things has happened, then you have to emotionally orient your approach. That something has happened, now I have to control my emotion related to a particular thing. Then acceptance-oriented approaches. So then when things are happening, I have to accept that no, now the things have happened. I have to live with this particular situation, whether it is good or bad, and how I can improvise upon. This is what I have to see. So in the action-oriented approach, be assertive. Let us say I am assuming the charge at this point of time. I have to be very assertive to the people who are coordinating with me. My instruction should be clear and effective. They should not be in a limbo or perplexed or confused state. यार हमने कुछ बताया तो है नहीं, बोला सुबह 10 बजे वहां पे पहुंच जाओ, करना क्या है ये तो पता नहीं. So your instruction should be very clear. Don't keep your staff in confusion. The people around you, your students, your teachers, your parents, be clear and have an effective communication with them. Reduce the noises. Try to say bye-bye to the technology. When you are under a stressful situation, very important is to manage your time. You cannot zone out hours together in front of the Instagram, Twitter, TV, or other things. You have to handle the situation on priority basis. Remember that recharging is very important. We are human beings. We are also exhausted. After this lecture, we will charge our batteries, phones, right? Similarly, our body also needs recharge. How I can recharge myself? I can meditate. My diet should be good. I should be socializing well. I should be doing physical and mental exercises. The outcome is going to be positive about it then. Creating boundaries. There are certain situations, as I have discussed about the sexual harassment. Why not to start building emotional and physical boundaries right from the beginning, so that my professional and my emotional life that doesn't get mingled. If I am sharing my personal life, my bedroom life, and my other thing, I am putting my emotions at display. So if I am putting my emotions at display, then the people are already ready to exploit me. So whom then you are going to blame? When it is me or the other person who have abused me emotionally or physically. So please create your boundaries right from the beginning. Manage your time. The most important thing, how we have to manage the time, we have a simple matrix for it. There are only two factors that decide the priority matrix. One is the importance of the things, other is the urgency of the thing. If a thing you feel is very important and is very urgent, it should be done at the first instance. The things which has least urgency and least importance, you should not even think about that particular situation when you are handling an important task. So your importance of the things and urgency. High urgency, high importance, do it first. Low urgency, low importance, don't do it. You have to prioritize your activities, your action, your situation according to these two important factors. Emotion oriented approach is affirmation. Affirm yourself, affirm other person in concern. You are affirming somebody, then it gives them a mental boost. They are rejuvenated, they are recharged. Yes, I am there for you. Yes, you are doing good. Affirm imagery. Under stress, try to imagine something that suits you. Whether your wife, your kids, your favorite place, your friends, maybe name of the god, picture of the god that should be in your mind. You should imagine it. It again will give you strength. The cognitive restructuring. We have discussed in the past that the cognition is the main thing that is creating problem because we are seeing the things in a negative way. I overgeneralize, I label the things good or bad. I think that the people are reading my mind. I think that if I am being exploited, I am weak, I am poor, I am from a low caste, I am from a particular region. So I try to give the emotional reasoning to the situation rather than accepting why it has happened to me. I am in a stage of denial. I am in a stage of escapism. So I am giving emotional reasoning for which the lot of community or the other people they are reacting at a large scale. I try to personalize or blame the things rather than accepting that this can be my responsibility. I will say people are doing it. They have done it. I try to project the things onto other people. All or none phenomenon. Either all the things are good or all the things are bad. It doesn't happen. हम कहते हैं कि मैंने यार ये बुक ली, ये बेकार है. बुक बेकार नहीं हो सकती, right? There can be certain lines, certain chapters in that book which can be worth reading. I agree that there can be certain things which you already know, so that might not be important to you. So things cannot be all or none. You always has to find a middle way of the things. Try to classify the things in a good, bad, है ना, average. This is what is happening to us. हम यही करते हैं, you classify. This is not. Everybody is unique. Every individual around us has ability, something that we can take it from them. Everybody, we are not perfect. So we should be ready for this particular approach. So common rational thoughts. See, one shall be loved or approved by everyone. This is what I feel. कि आज मेरा अगर लेक्चर है तो सारे पसंद करें, but it will not happen. Some people will say कि it was not worth it. So what? I am doing my karma. This is my duty. I have been given an opportunity. I am working hard on it. If single person, even a single person, can take some important notes from today's by passing, one should be thoroughly competent, adequate, achieving in all the possibility. Again, we are not a master of all the things. We can be jack of all the trades, but we cannot master everything. I am a sinister and I shall be punished. Everybody makes mistake. Even our religious book says that our gods had made certain mistakes. We read it. It is being shown on the various channels. Certain stories are being told to us. What scenario that we don't know, but it is being said to us that even these people, they are going to make mistakes. Then we are common human beings. We are social animals. We are bound to make mistakes. Things are not happening my way. It is end of life. But remember, this is what is life is all about. It is good today at this moment of time. Next moment, it might not be good. Life is full of surprises. The things might not happen your way every time the way you want them to be. Things are destined. Sometime when if I am not going to take the responsibility for my actions, I will say कि भगवान ने लिखा था, ये तो होना ही था, ये लिखा था. मुझे पंडित जी ने भी बताया, मेरी पत्री में लिखा हुआ था, मेरे टेबा में लिखा हुआ था, बट दिस इज नॉट ट्रू माय डियर. I am master of my mind. If I will do my karmas, the things are going to change. How can I move when one task is not finished? You take multiple tasks. The important thing is the priority matrix, how to prioritize your time. Avoid terrible situation. This is wrong. You should not avoid. Face a task with the guts, but when you come out of the things, whether it is negative, you will come out with an experience. So you will be a valuable person even if you fumble in a particular situation. Things are happening now are the result of my past. Again, I am not ready to take the responsibility. I don't need anybody and I will suffer alone. It will not happen, my dear. We are social animals and we need help of certain people. We are there to help certain people. So it will not happen. Right? These are the negative thoughts. All these negative thoughts in black that are coming to my cognition. This is part of my cognition. But this red part is what I am supposed to do in a particular situation. So acceptance oriented approaches. Now, corona is there. We all have accepted it, that it is going to stay. It is there for 1.5 years. It might stay for a few more years. So what can I do now? I have to accept its presence in my life, in everybody's life. So I can diet and exercise. I can sleep properly. I can meditate and physical exercise to keep my mental and physical strength more. I will talk it out. Whatever stress I am suffering from, as Dr. Arvind sir was saying, that it is not the psychiatrist who should be the first person to be talked to. It should be your friends, your family members. If you have wife, husband, talk to them. You have neighbors, you have friends, you talk to them. What is happening, I am telling you, there is very surprising thing. What wrong thing we do? I go for a jog in the morning. I overhear the people. They all are talking about corona. How many died? How many new cases? My business. Sputnik is coming. I have heard that one injection is coming that is going to last for 5 hours. I mean, this was what you people were doing before corona? Then you were going for a jog? No. You were enjoying the weather. You were enjoying the surrounding. And they are not wearing the mask. You see what you talk out, with whom you talk out. I am telling somebody as a layman that injection is coming, which will last for 5 years, immunity. I mean, this is not there. Nobody has projected it. I am spending the false rumors. The fake news are coming on the WhatsApp. I am discussing. But you have to talk your situation and stress with the person who sympathize and empathize with you, who understands you. You are going to relax in the garden and you are talking these nonsense things. I mean, where is the respite? Where is the positive thing that is you are allowing them to come into your mind? Build resilience. This is the only way experts are saying, people are saying that you can protect yourself from the corona. Get vaccinated, follow COVID appropriate behavior, and keep yourself physically and mentally well. So, what I am supposed to alter? I alter my lifestyle with the change of season. When I go for a trip, Vaishno Devi, Hemkund Sahib, or any other places, when I get physically ill, I take rest, I get back to my work. So, similarly with the corona also, give some time yourself to acclimatize to the situation. Manage your time better as we are doing. We are using this technology to interact with each other, right? But we are not wasting our time. This is how you are supposed to manage your time. Start communicating using I statements. Use word I. I am feeling frustrated. I am feeling low. I need somebody to help me out. I need somebody to listen to. If you will express that I need help, हम क्या कहते हैं, सारी दुनिया परेशान है जी, सारी दुनिया तो परेशानी में, मैं भी हूं, फिर क्या हो गया? But I will not say that I am feeling much more sad than some other people. I need help. I need your support. If you will ask for it, people are definitely going to help you out. Don't feel that you will be lowered or you will acquire a lower position or socially in front of those people if you seek help. Learn to humbly say no. See, मेरे से ये नहीं होगा. This is getting beyond my limits. Please give me some assistance or please increase my time frame to complete this particular task. Be humble about it. Try to say in a clear manner. We accept our parents, our marriages, our socio-economic status, and we improve upon it. If I am from a middle class family, I will work hard and try to improve my status. If my marriage, it has some discord, then I will try to improvise upon it. I will try to rectify my relationship. So similarly, if we accept those situations, can't we accept the situation and we forget and move on? When you think of moving on, always ask yourself, is it important to me? Is this particular situation? If yes, then I should sort it out. If it is not important, forget it and move on. Always keep on telling yourself that you can do it. The principle is that you should learn from the past mistake and experience of your elders. So your teacher is you only. What you have done in the past, what you have learned, you are the best teacher of yourself. Adapt to a situation, redefine the situation. अगर आपको लगता है कि आपने you planned something in your mind, right? It did not work out. Things have messed up. So again, try to reorganize and redefine the situation, and then make your contingency plan according to the new definition of a particular situation. Stop negative thoughts. Another important thing, is it always important to sort out the things? अगर आपको लगता है कि arguments are, it is not going anywhere. People are fighting Modi has done it. People are saying Rahul has done it. Past government has done it. Somebody XY has done it. Are they responsible? Are the people important to me as such? What I am discussing? I am wasting my important time on these tasks for which I don't know the background. Who is right? Who is wrong? I have no idea. It is my assumption. So if it is not important to me now, or it is not definitely important to me after 1 year or 5 years, then why am I wasting my time at this point of time? It is totally not required. So always tell yourself, all is well. This is the principle of life. If the good time is not there, bad time is not going to stay for long. Keep on telling yourself all is well. That you have learned from probably from the movie Three Idiots. It has become more popular. All is well. So things will sort out. Just give it some time. So general tips to manage in Corona period: keep following COVID appropriate behavior. Avoid Corona periods, please. No fake news you are supposed to read from WhatsApp. What government has to give, that is coming in the newspaper. Don't see the updates on the television. Certain people, they are watching television in front of them all the time till the time they are awake. They are waking up with the Corona news. They are eating with the Corona news. They are sleeping with the Corona news. So where is the respite? Please don't do it. Whatever is happening, you just start protecting yourself and do your part only. Do not live daily routine. Don't pile up the things. Don't tell yourself that I will be back on the track once this period is over. If you are doing your routine on daily basis, then your physical and mental strength will increase. This situation will pass, but you cannot wait for 3 more years to get back on the tracks. Do not procrastinate. As I said, कि आज का काम कल पे मत टालो. Socialize on the platform. If you cannot meet the people, rather than zoning out so many hours on YouTube, WhatsApp, why don't you make a group and talk about your issues that you were doing before the lockdown? You can always do it. But don't waste time on the online platform. Avoid alcohol and other things. Spare time with your family and kids. These are the best people. I was laughing at the earlier things because psychiatrists are at the end of the situation. If you come to me and I try to give you some advice, this is a homework. Again, you have to go back and you have to do with your friends and family members. They are your best support. Psychiatrist is only required when the things are going out of situation. You come, you talk to them, learn from them what is required to be done, and please practice at your home. Family and kids. A psychiatrist cannot be a substitute for these people. Take care of elderly in the family because they are the one who are maximum disturbed. Every retired and elderly person has their system being set up. They were meeting somebody, they were talking to somebody, everything is gone now. Over 60, they are vulnerable to corona. So they need maximum attention and time. Please, it is humbly requested to all the family members that please do not ignore your elderly in the family. They need your support, otherwise they will go into depression. If they go into depression, then you people will be the support. Make contingency plans. Use positive visualizations. Create confidence, learning from your past experience. Use meditation, not medication. Indulge in physical sports. and seek professional help in the last. If everything is not working out, you have certain myths, you are being misguided, you want to clarify certain things, please go to the respected medical professional and seek proper guidance about it. So the last thing is the role of parents as a teacher in general in the stress management. It is unfortunate that nowadays the students, they don't feel that their parents or their teachers are their best friends. Then who are their best friends? Technology and gadgets they are. This lecture, they will say it is already there on the YouTube. It is already on the Google. I can always find out what I have spoken today. But I have certain experience with me. So you people have now Googleitis. पेशेंट कम टू मी, डॉक्टर साहब मेरा डायग्नोसिस मैं नेट तो पढ़ लिया, मैंने ओसीडी है, मेरे को डिप्रेशन है जी, कैन यू ट्रीट मी? It becomes very problematic for me to convince that person, because whatever I am going to tell him or prescribe him, he is going to search it on the YouTube or whatever medium he has, and he will come back to me very next day. So please understand that everything written on the Google is not right. You need somebody to guide you, whatever is there on in your books or on the online. So you cannot always say that there is a generation gap. Virtual world is becoming the real world for today's students. So this is the duty of the parents and the teacher, as well as obviously students, to understand that virtual world cannot replace the real world. This is the fancy life that we are living, and this is totally wrong. It is killing the youngsters, the child especially. They are being subjected to these fiction movies, 3D, 5D, 7D, they are coming. I mean, they don't enjoy the real world. Only thing for if they have to eat, something has to be playing on the TV. So they are so much dependent on it. Teacher shall be a role model and they should guide the facts. Students should also understand and teacher should also understand, if I am giving them a task, any instruction, as a doctor I am telling you something, then it is my responsibility to guide you in a proper way. And I should be always available. It is not that I have said and I am gone for 1 month. You see, after 1 month, your task should be completed. Where I am for 1 month. If my students, my parents, or anybody else, they need my assistance or help or guidance, then I should be available all the time. And again, at your workplace, please maintain your professional and emotional personal boundaries, whether it is your student interaction, whether it is student teacher interaction. Please, your physical boundaries, they should be maintained to avoid the physical or mental harassment at workplace. So the last slide is how I can manage my conflict, which is being generated because of lot of stressor. Again, there are only two important points. One is my assertiveness, one is my cooperativeness. If I am uncooperative or I am cooperative to extreme, if I am unassertive or assertive. Assertive, there is a thin line between being assertive and being self-boasting. जैसे हम कहते हैं कि कॉन्फिडेंट और ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट, कॉन्फिडेंट और घमंडी होने में थोड़ा सा फर्क है, थिन लाइन होती है. अगर तो मैं घमंडी हूं, आई एम असर्टिव एट द लेवल दैट आई एम द बेस्ट, नोबडी एल्स, एंड आई एम अनकोऑपरेटिव, देन आई विल ऑलवेज compete. Unfortunately, this is what is being taught to every student nowadays. Competition में पहला बंदा ही सक्सेसफुल होता है जी. Competition में आपको उसको बीट करना है. They never say कि sit together, learn together, move together. They are always telling us compete. If I am unassertive and I am uncooperative also, then I will avoid the situation, and that is going to worsen my situation. If I am cooperative, but my assertiveness is so much that I am not even confident of myself, then I will be accommodating with all the situation. I will be part of the group, but my self-confidence at some point will be low. But if my self-confidence is high, my cooperative is high, then I will collaborate. I will work in a group of people. So your aim should be collaboration. And if not else, then you should be at a compromising position with all the colleagues that you are helping them out and you are ready to take their help. Please avoid situation. This is unhealthy. Avoiding is totally unhealthy. Competing in a negative way. If you help somebody, you take their help. This is a good competition. But just to beat somebody or drag somebody or pull somebody just so that you can score something high, this is always bad. So don't compare yourself with anybody in this world. God has made you unique. You have different potential. So please work accordingly. So you cannot control what happens to you, right? Like corona, but you can control the attitude to that particular situation. As we have discussed, that our reaction to that particular situation, our attitude, that is the most important thing. Thank you very much, and my apologies that at certain point that the voices were not clear. So please forgive me for that. Thank you very much. The house is now open for the discussion.
Thank you, Dr. Arvind. Rightly said, not everything is cancelled. Sunshine, spring, love, relationships, reading, snaps, devotion, dancing, music, all are not cancelled. And above all, the hope is not cancelled. Now I invite a very intelligent, hardworking, energetic, thoughtful, and gentle academician who always encourages our worthy Dean Academics, Dr. B.S. Sandhu, to share his thoughts. Dr. B.S. Sandhu.
So first of all, good afternoon to all of you. I am really thankful to Dr. Arvind Sharma for this memorable lecture on stress management. So during the lectures, some persons came to me for some file clearance of files, but I was so interested in his lecture that I have kept all the files on one side, and those people which have come, they are also sitting here and they are also interested in his lecture and how to manage the stress during this period. And finally, some were pointing to me that, sir, many of the contents which Dr. Arvind Sharma is pointing, that contents we are already seeing in your channel. And I also congratulate to Dr. Arvind Sharma for the management of the contents of the lectures that were very important. And I am of the opinion that being the science faculty teacher, I am of the opinion that in science also, this type of management that must be added. And I hope probably at some stage, university will be doing for this one. Even our great physicists or scientists of the century, Albert Einstein, he was also using the stress management, going for the music and other types of activities. So I am also interested in that category, that at this stage during the corona period and how to get the reducing your stress, that is quite important. And the various points highlighted by Dr. Arvind Sharma, these are especially appreciable. And I think the participants, 170 participants in this particular webinar, that also simply indicate the significance of the topic. I think whosoever have joined this webinar, he was not at any stage interested in leaving this webinar. And I was also sometimes simply got disturbed when his voice was not coming. So I no doubt I am also thankful to Dr. Raman Mani and Dr. Regina, who are taking so much activity during this stress period. And this is also one of the category where they have organized this seminar for the stress management. I congratulate to Dr. Raman Mani, Dr. Regina. I am also thankful to our worthy Vice Chancellor, Dr. Arvind, who has joined this one. And lastly, I am thankful to the various persons who have joined this webinar, and especially once again to Dr. Arvind Sharma. And I hope that he should put this lecture on the YouTube, as well as if possible, then the translation of the lectures in Punjabi, or even we can request our management people to have the translation done in Punjabi. Then it can be also helpful for the people in the rural area. Once again, at the last, I am thankful to Dr. Arvind Sharma as well as Dr. Raman Mani and Dr. Reena for this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Gratitude is not only the greatest of the virtues, but the parent of all others. Now I invite Dean Research, Dr. G.S. Batra, who has been working very hard in very tough times of COVID pandemic, who always stood by us, always keep on supporting and encouraging us. I invite Dr. G.S. Batra to propose the vote of thanks. Dr. G.S. Batra, please.
Good afternoon to all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Arvind ji, esteemed Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Balbir Singh Sandhu, distinguished resource person, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Head of Department, Dr. Raman Mani, Dr. Regina Mani, Senior Medical Officer, Pai Kanhaiya Health Center, Punjab University, Patiala, and Dr. Jasbir Singh, Coordinator of the program, the Student Coordinator, Gorisha. Dear students and faculty members, first of all, I take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Raman Mani, Head of Department, and his team, and Dr. Regina Mani for successfully organizing this webinar on a very important area. The theme of the seminar, the webinar is stress management during COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 has affected the world economy in a big way. Different sectors are worst sufferers during pandemic. We need to express our gratitude to the frontline workers, doctors, medical and paramedical staff, sanitation and security staff at the national and global level in their fight to cope up with the COVID-19 challenges. The lockdown as a result of COVID-19 has affected the general public, students, professional, daily wage earners. Their physical well-being and mental health care has also been affected because of the pandemic. And the people who have been procrastinating with the health as well as procrastinating with the finances. So during this pandemic time, it has caused a lot of stress, and what the resource person has taken care of some of the challenges faced in this regard. There are a number of researches going on also at Punjab University Patiala in the some of the emerging areas. That is how health procrastination is causing more stress, or the financial procrastination is causing more stress during this pandemic period of time. So hence different stakeholders, whether these are those who are sitting at home because of loss of job, loss of income, fear and anxiety factor, so they have been badly affected. I'm glad that our distinguished speaker, Dr. Arvind Sharma, has taken care of all these issues, and he has very well explained about the how to identify with the stress, how to cope up with the stress, and this webinar, the expert talk by him will certainly help in adopting certain coping strategies by the organizations and by the individuals. I am grateful to Dr. Arvind Sharma for sparing his valuable time for the expert talk on this event. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Arvind, for presiding over this webinar and for his scholarly remarks on this occasion. We are grateful to him for sparing his valuable time for this event. I express my gratitude to Dean Academic Affairs, Dr. Balbir Singh Sandhu, for his remarks on this occasion, and thank him for sparing his time for this event. Our health center, under the leadership of Dr. Regina Mani, is in the forefront to spread the awareness and to adopt different coping strategies to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. A task force has been constituted, and a mental health care helpline has been set up with the help of psychology department. So under the leadership of Professor Arvind, Vice Chancellor, so a task force has been constituted, and Dr. Regina Mani is playing a very important role in this regard. I am grateful to Dr. Raman Mani for successfully organizing this webinar and giving me this opportunity to be part of this webinar. So I'm grateful to the ACM chapter for taking a lead toward organizing this program. I'm grateful to Dr. Arvind Sharma, various faculty members, students, and those who have taken part in this program, and the various stakeholders of this activity. And I appreciate the efforts of the student coordinator, Ms. Gorisha, for organizing this expert talk on a very important area. I thank faculty members and students for joining in the deliberation of this webinar. This is a well-attended webinar, attended by around 250 people were there at one time. So at the end, I thank one and all. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My name is... Sir, hi, sir. So my name is Rachna.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I have some couple of questions. So could I ask you personally?
Yes, yes. No, it's up to you. If you are comfortable in this group, then you can ask me. Otherwise, if you are comfortable, you can put my number in the chat.
So where's your number in the chat?
I have just mentioned it, my email address and my number also.
All right, sir. So I would look into it. Thank you,
That is
sir.
lovely.
So, yes, sir. So thanks for the lecture today. It was really wonderful. And I think
Thank you.
people would really benefit from this lecture today. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your effort and your
Thanks
share.
for being here.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I thank Dr. Arvind Sharma for sparing his valuable time and delivering such an informative talk. And I hope that all the queries in the mind of students and the faculty members, they will be solved. So, sir, thank you very much, all the participants and all the faculty members. Now, we will be going to leave the session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.